Alright, last day of differentials, we're going to get into talking about the propagated air again. Propagated air, remember, is the change in y, and the change in y is also noted as f of x plus change of x minus f of x. The other thing I want to talk about is relative air, and that's the ratio of df over f, and those are just letters I'm using. So it's the differential over the function. And then the percent of air is the ratio changed into a percent. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do an example, two examples. One where I'm going to be using the differentials to approximate the maximum possible air in the calculation of the volume, and one for surface area. So this first one talks about volume. So the information I know is that R is 8. It says the radius of the sphere is 8 inches. I also know that it has an approximated air, or a possible air. So the change in R is approximately equal to what dr would be, and so we'll say that that's equal to plus or minus 0.02 inches. Now I'm going to write down the formula for the volume of a sphere. And I'm going to use differentials to approximate that possible air. So I'm going to take the derivative, and the derivative will end up being 4 pi r squared dr. Really what I'm doing is I'm taking the derivative with respect to r, and I've already just moved over my dr. And then what I need to do is just plug in my known values. So I know that r is 8. And I know that dr is plus or minus 0.02. What I have then is I end up, when I multiply all those numbers together, plus or minus 5.12 pi, and that would be inches cubed. Alright, so my relative air, the air that this is my possible air. My relative air didn't spell that right. My relative air is denoted as dV over V. Well, dV is 4 pi r squared dr, and V is 4/3 pi r cubed. Well, I know that 4 divided by 4/3 is 3. My r's would cancel, and I'd have one r left on the bottom, and dr would be left on top. So I can say my relative air in this would be 3 times 0.02 all over 8, which would give me 0.0075. The percent air then is 0.75%.